Hello guys, welcome to Discover Option Trading online course on optionmindful.com. My name is Adam and I'm the founder and the option trading teacher on optionmindful.com in the academy. And I'm here today to present you with this brand new course on option trading. It's version 2. Version 2 means there was a version 1, so this one is an improved one based on basically feedback that I got from my mentees and students telling me that how to restructure this course to be more accessible and even better, easier to consume for you guys. So first of all, congratulations actually for even having an interest in learning option trading. It's an excellent skill that not many people have. Like if I had to give you a digit, would be like less than 5% of people actually understand what options are, and even less percentages actually trade this or know what they're doing. So you would be in a minority, and that's of course for your benefits. So without further ado, let's continue. Let's go and dive deep into the option trading. First, we begin very slowly, and I will introduce myself, the course, the whys, and so on. And later on, we get into the meat. So let's start with me. A few words about me. Who am I and why am I actually even doing this? Why am I providing this course? Yeah, you need to know your teacher. So here I am. So my name is Adam Nowakowski, and I'm Polish. I'm a nomad right now. I don't even know where I'm from. I speak German, English, and Polish. I've been living in many countries, and so the earth is my home. And before I actually started living this kind of life, I used to live in Switzerland and be a software engineer for financial institutions and also companies, medical companies. And I used to work with software a lot for companies, for corporate life, let's say like this. This didn't really fit me, and even though I was making a lot of money there, something in me, told me all the time that this is not for you. This is not for you, man. So you need to find some sort of a way to, detach yourself from the dependency on a job. You need to find some sort of a passive income or income source which will allow you to not live this kind of lifestyle 9 to 5. I didn't want it. I mean, since I basically started working, something was wrong for me. So I decided to change this, and because of that, I started researching a lot of other possibilities. Where could I invest and how could I get out of this, free myself of this corporate lifestyle? And first option was real estate. Well, I kind of tried to do this, but it didn't feel right. Me and my personality didn't fit that, because real estate requires time. It's slow. These are big deals. You have to see the place. Big investments and not so liquid investments. So, and I didn't want to be bound to one location or pay someone to take care of my real estate. I don't know. It just didn't feel okay for me. Although I think it's a fantastic, if you really if you're into this kind of things, it could be a fantastic source of income. Was not for me, so I continued researching, and I ended up with option trading. So I was introduced to this through a couple of books which explained how can I actually generate a cash flow out of stock market, because most of us know that we can buy a stock and then wait for it to go up in price, and then basically as it reaches the level, sell it at the higher price and then make some money. But well, it didn't sound right. I wanted to have like a more stable monthly income rather than just capital gains. And in option trading, I found the answer. So it was the liquidity. It gave me ability to work with my computer. I was able to travel many countries in the world, which I love. I enjoy traveling, so was fitting my lifestyle needs, and was something that required brain power and practice. But I felt okay with it. I felt okay investing into the knowledge to be able to later on profit from it and just be able to travel with my computer and trade, for a living. So that's my story, and it started early in 2013. So now we're 2020. So I could say I have 7 years of experience with trading, and it profits. So I'm able to generate stable cash flow for myself right now. So why am I teaching this? Well, when I was traveling, like many people actually asked me, like, how are you able to maintain this lifestyle without having a job? And I ended up teaching people, for free, or telling them, like what should they do, and how could they start, and giving them book recommendations, and but then they said, like, oh, why won't you just like create something for me which I can listen to, or like where I could just spend my time on learning this with like you somehow, or we have some calls. So the idea of mentoring and coaching and teaching got born, and I actually like sharing knowledge. I enjoy this process, and therefore I've built this one. I've built Discover Option Trading version 1.0. It was rather, okayish, but then later on, as I was teaching people, actually mentoring people, I understood like what mistakes I make with my first course and so on. And right now I'm having a lot of success with people who I teach. They are able to generate cash flow for themselves, and they're happy and they're grateful, and it makes me feel very, very good that I can actually share something with my community or others. So if helping others sounds like a reason, or like, I don't know, providing others valuable information sounds like a reason enough, that's why I'm doing it. So, and I'm also enjoying it. So selfish reason is I enjoy it as well. So please find me on Instagram or wherever on the internet. It's Option Mindful, or just go to my private account if you want to know more. So that's about me. Let's move on. Before we go anywhere where I'm going to be sharing some sort of information with you, read this. This is very important. Option Mindful in this course is all about providing you with education, informational, it serves on I'm informing you, and it's generic in nature. I'm not giving any advice. I'm not a financial institution. I'm educating you. So if you make any decisions after this course regarding trading and going into options and placing some trades on your own, I'm not responsible for this. You're responsible for your actions, and I'm providing information here. I don't take any responsibility for how you're gonna use this information. Okay, so if you agree with this, we can move on, and I explain a little bit of why and how and what you're gonna learn here. So first of all, we're gonna talk, who is this for? So is this for you? Well, let's see. So let's start with this. Do you want to get rich quick? If yes, then it's not for you. This course is not something which is gonna give you quick advice to how to make quick money. It was never the reason for me to learn option trading, and it's not the reason why I made this course. The idea here is to make you financially independent, or financially free even, through trading. So it takes some time and practice, and at the beginning you will be making smaller currency. Even at the beginning you will be trading paper, so virtual accounts, before you progress into the live accounts. So it will start small, and then eventually you'll be growing the amounts of currency that you're making every month. So it's not going to be like 1 month from now, 3 months from now, you're like rich and free. It will take some time. So if you're looking for some quick solution, like go and watch some YouTube videos from someone else. I'm not providing this kind of coaching and training here. But if you're interested in learning how to generate steady income using stock option cash flow trading strategies that I've been talking about before, this might be for you. And if you're looking for financial independence, or you're motivated enough to put time and effort to achieve freedom, or or financial independence, that's probably for you. If you answer yes to the previous 2-3 questions, it's for you, definitely. And total newbies are completely welcome. This course is for beginners as well as people who are intermediate, but we're gonna start very slow. So if you're already intermediate, you can skip through the first lectures and go to more advanced topics. But if you're a very beginner, you start from the beginning and just go week by week. It's organized in weeks, so week by week, and you're gonna learn everything in a kind of straightforward way. So it's a big plus if you already traded something, if you understand stocks and so on. It's gonna be easier for you to understand options, but it's not a necessity. So think about it if this is for you. So why option trading? Let's start with answering this question. Why I'm not teaching something else? Well, you know how did option trading seduce me? Well, this sentence actually explains it all. When you're ready, I'm talking about the ability to make 5 to 10% return on investment per month on a single cash flowing trade, which means that if you put a trade which is if you have 1K on your account, you know, basically, it can give you a return of 50 to 100 bucks per month. So if you're placing cash flowing trades, which we're going to be talking about in the future, in the more advanced lectures, these trades may require you to have some currency on the account. In this case, I'm giving an example of 1,000. But this 1,000 will be working for you. Like if you ever read books from Robert Kiyosaki, he talks about money working for you. Well, this is an example. You have some currency on your account, and then, you know, this currency works for you. You just sit there and you're waiting. And this can actually be giving you this kind of returns. So they're not huge, as you can see, but they can be solid and coming to your account every month. If you also add to your portfolio speculative trades, they can result with much higher return on investment. We're talking really high percentages here. So I remember placing some trades on silver or Facebook or whatever, which were giving me returns of hundreds of percent, 200, even 600 was my record. So it basically this kind of return on investments. And I make my trades small, so I kind of like trade many trades, do many trades, but they make them small, not to blow up my account. But you know, that's a serious thing, you know, like if you multiply your thing by 6 times, it's fantastic. So, but remember also, you know, that this is trading, and trading involves risks, you know, so this means that you may also experience months where you're losing money. It's not a job, you know, in a job you may expect a stable paycheck, which, you know, your company pays you and so on. This is trading. This is like the real world, you know, this is like life, you know, and sometimes, you know, you may actually experience trades which are losing, and this is part of the game. So if you're a very risk averse person, watch out. Maybe trading options or any kind of trading is not for you if you're very risk averse. I will show you how to manage the risk and how to actually learn to be comfortable with risk. You know, but just think about it, you know, like, are you able to handle trades, like our portfolios, where some of the trades will be negative and the positive ones will actually compensate for the negative ones, but you still see negative digits. So, so there is risk involved. This you need to know. So let me give you an example of a trade which I've been talking about here. So this is this 5 to 10% return on investments per month trade. And one example is something that I placed on J&J, so Johnson & Johnson. You don't have to understand this chart really. It just shows, it's a risk chart, which we're going to be explaining later on how it works. It's very specific for options. But look just at these numbers, you know. So a max income from this trade, this part is a real trade. This particular trade is 440 bucks, excluding commissions. Required capital, so the cash on your account, which you need to have, is 4,560 bucks. So this is at the same time, in case of this trade, it's at the same time your max loss. So you see it's quite significant. However, the probability of you making this 440 bucks is 88%. So this is an example of a cash flowing trade of a high, you know, percentage of success. But you can see that you're taking some sort of a risk. The risk can be managed. I show that in the course later on. But this kind of investment returns. So in this case, if everything goes right, and you know, in 88% of cases it does, this would mean almost a 10%, 9.6.5 return on investment. So it's a fantastic, real stuff. I'm just here just to show you that this is real. I'm not joking here or just making things up. These trades are real and they are pretty cool. And this is what I'm teaching here. So let's move on. How am I going to make you achieve the goal of having the knowledge and ability to trade. So of course this course is part of that, way. The way is much longer, but it's absolutely required to achieve success. This course, any kind of course that teaches you option trading theory, is absolute necessity. With this course, I have a specific plan, and as I told you, it's also for newbies. So if you begin with absolutely nothing, knowing absolutely nothing of trading, you start here as a newbie. And the goal is to have 12 weeks of education. 12 weeks. I'm not joking. You cannot just learn this in, just watch your videos and after that you're like enlightened. You need time. So 12 weeks of education with the goal to make you now knowledgeable and also having a little bit of practice. However, you will need much more practice after that. And I will do this through teaching you. I will do this every week through videos, homework, and paper trading. Paper trading meaning you will be trading fake currency. So if you lose and so on, it will not cost you any real currency. It will just be education. So, and it will work like this. So you will go for the first week, second week, and so on, and third week until you reach your goal at 12 weeks after, consuming different kind of concepts and theories and examples, and you will be doing homework and you will be trading. So this is how the process basically will look like. So there will be knowledge put into your brain over that time, and you will have practical exercises. Your brain will get bombarded with amount of data, so you may have feel a bit dizzy and like, oh fuck, I don't understand everything, and that's okay. Go back and rewatch the videos and do your own research on the internet. If you don't understand something and you really need to dig deeper, it's all right. I mean, that's part of the process. That was how it was for me as well. My brain was exploding literally. There's a lot of knowledge to consume in here, and in the end, you will get it. You will be just like, all right, now I understand options. Of course, you need practice, but you will have the theory in your head, and you will understand the jargon, the language, the whole idea of what's going on here and how you're supposed to be making and generating this passive income. So very important to understand the process here. That's going to be the process that I designed for this course. So look at this slide again, and just understand you will be learning weekly, and there will be every week coming a new knowledge which you need to practice, and there will be homeworks. So first 6 weeks, there will be not so much practical exercises. There will be mostly information. You will be consuming basics for 2 weeks. There will be something about trends, about short selling, about option contracts, about calls and puts. That's specific for option contracts. So theory basics, first 2 weeks. So you will have to actually spend some time on this and make sure they're solid in your head. Later on, we'll move to volatility, and these are some topics that we will be mentioning. Then later on, you will move to Greeks. That's also very specific to option trading, and these are some risk variables which you absolutely have to understand. I've heard so many people talking like, no, I can trade options without knowing Greeks. That's like, like flying a plane with, knowing that it has wings, but like really not understanding like how they operate or something, and all whatever. It's like, no, you really have to know how the machine works, and Greeks give you much more perspective and understanding on option trading, and you will be making much more informed decisions. So that's why I'm teaching this in depth, and we'll be talking about Greeks all the time when paper trading, and also in my future courses or whatever comes after this, discover option trading and practical and mentoring. Greeks are like everyday vocabulary and necessity, absolute necessity. With my students and mentees, we just talk Greeks. So important. And then I will give you an introduction to practical option trading. So we'll switch slowly from theory to practice, and you will open a trading account. I mean, you will open it very quickly, but we'll start using it. And I will be showing you some more practical stuff, and you'll basically start playing around with trading on paper. Remember, we're not trading live, on paper. So from week 6 to 12, we're starting like really being active on paper. So you will be doing basic single position trades, calls and puts, risk chart reading, And so that's very important. And the same week you will be also choosing stocks to trade. So I will show you some software, some scanning software, and how to create watch lists and so on, practical exercises. Then we'll have 2 weeks of understanding some strategies. Multi-leg position trades, it sounds crazy right now, and condors, but what are you talking about, animals here? No, I'm talking about specific option trading strategies, which are very, very efficient, especially for generating cash flow for you, and they're called like this. So we'll be practicing those for 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks, there will be some introduction to technical analysis, and we will have also fundamental analysis in that. So technical is like, the charts and the prices and some indicators. And fundamentals is more about knowing what the company is all about, the one which you trade, like understanding the asset that you're trading. So very interesting stuff. Hedging and portfolio management comes last, and this is basically like the secret. That's the gold. So imagine that your portfolio, the portfolio that you build with multiple trades, will have positions that are going bad. Sometimes markets, stock markets go up or down. You know about the crashes. You need to know how to react on this kind of situations to not get stuck and in fear and not know what to do. There are techniques which allow you to survive crash or actually even profit from it, or techniques which reduce your risk. So it's all about risk management. And over the last 6 weeks of this course, you will be paper trading. You will be practicing all of this. And in the end, you will be practicing hedging. And from understanding the hedging till becoming good with hedging, it takes a lot of time. So that comes in the next courses that I offer, and mentoring programs and video mentoring programs. We can talk about those later after you consume the theory. So, and this is actually how I see the whole education continue. So now you will be knowledgeable after finishing these 12 weeks, and then, so you're here, you get it, and then you need to paper trade, you need to manage your portfolio, you need to be able to hedge and trade, adjust the trades. On paper, for the next 36 weeks, more or less, is just practicing trading, educating yourself with me or whoever you choose to about how to manage the portfolio practically. How do you place how do you get out? How do you react in certain situations? So it's just practice. And of course, I offer something, to people who need a little bit of support there. So you have something from me like mentoring calls or weekly mentoring videos, and there is much more stuff coming in where, basically I support you during that process of 36 weeks where you moving that theory towards practice on paper. And after that, you reach the goal of being an active, I would say, like if I gave real certificates, I would say, active certified trader who's now capable or able to go and trade live, educated enough, practiced enough to go live with his real currency, hard-earned currency, and generate profits, real profits for themselves. So as you can see, it requires some time, and it requires a lot of investment of, discipline and, also patience. Patience is a big deal. I made lots of mistakes in my life where I was impatient and I was not educated enough. I started live trading before I was ready, and this cost me a lot of currency. So I don't want you to make that mistake. That's why I bring that here, and that's how I really see the education. So real hard work, you will learn how to handle emotions. You will learn about yourself a lot. How do you react in certain situations? I know it's going to be on paper. It's not the same as being in life, but it will give you a taste, how it feels to actually lose or how it feels to actually win big. All these. So you will end up as someone who knows what he's doing, right? So if that sounds good to you, let's start with the week 1. YouTubers, hi, this is for you. So if you enjoyed my introduction of Discover Option Trading 2.0 and you think this could be something for you, you're more than welcome to come over and visit academy.optionmindful.com, sign up, PHP page, and you can go there and create a free account on our Academy. You should see something like that. probably most of these boxes will be grayed out for you. So you really need to sign up for Discover Option Trading, either 2.0 or 1.0. Both of them are available at one price. So just go ahead and give it a try. Week 1 starts on 2nd of August 2020. So this is the date where I will actually upload version 2.0 videos to Academy. And then from that point of time, every week there will be a new week lectures published until it's complete, and then it will just stay there forever on Academy. What we will be talking about in the week 1, well, it will be about you, about tools and the basics. So we'll start with you, and we'll discuss, who you are as a person and how to motivate you, and basically like what are your goals and so on. We'll focus on you. We will look at some tools which I'm going to introduce you to. We will be talking about price charts, candlesticks, basic trends, and we will be talking about basic support and resistance zones and so on, some technical stuff, like very, very beginners technical stuff. I think it's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be a very cool beginning to start option trading. So if you're interested in this, go on to Academy, optionmindful.com, and sign up. So I would love to see you there. Ciao, guys.